What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Shelly Finkle. Shelly Finkle had this to say about his fighter, Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, and this is what he had to say in regards to the ruling. He said, "It was a great feeling. There is a parable about the dog with the bone. The big bone was Saudi Arabia, and you end up with nothing." Co-manager Shelly Finkle delighted after Deontay Wilder receives his third fight with Tyson Fury. Now, let me counterpunch. Knowing what we know about Shelly Finkle has, he was involved in creating many contracts, especially with the one with the first Wilder fight and the first Vladimir Klitschko fight. And if he knew anything, he knew about the contracts on how you keep a fighter or you ensure that the fighter that he's promoting or managing gets a fair shake at a second fight had he lose. Okay, that's what contracts or rematch clauses are about. And he made sure in this contract that the evidence that or the stipulations in this contract made sure that he won. Why do you think, again, Tyson Fury decided to step out for a few years? Because he knew he could not fight or argue with a contract that was that solid tight. Okay, so what Shelly Finkle was saying was, you know, the dog with the bone, you think you have something big and we were able to take it away from you, especially if we have a bigger bone. And me counterpunching Shelly Finkle, I think Shelly Finkle now gets his justice from Tyson Fury after all, because remember, Tyson Fury was that same guy that attempted to get out of that fight, which he ended up doing, but it cost him all the belts. It cost him every single belt that he had at that time. He might say they didn't mean anything, but he definitely fought his ass off to get all of them that meant nothing, right? And because of Shelly Finkle, he wasn't able to run off and make a fight with someone else like he attempted to do this time. And when he did attempt to do this time, this is what happens. This is the result. So, of course, Shelly Finkle should feel good about this because he was around when he made airtight, solid contracts to protect his fighters. And that's exactly what he did. One thing you guys have to understand about Shelly Finkle. Shelly Finkle, he's very close to his fighters, regardless of what you think of him, regardless of what your opinion of Shelly Finkle is. Shelly Finkle is very close to his fighters. You see how he embraced Deontay and things of that after each and every fight. Those things, he called him a baby champion. And I think he didn't call Deontay Wilder a baby champion to degrade him or belittle him. He called him a baby champion to protect him. Okay, so that's another example of him being a protective manager, because a lot of these guys, man, don't give a shit about you, you know. But then there are the people that have the reputation, you know, like that has also worked with Vladimir and Mike Tyson and now Wilder and other fighters that has shown throughout the time, like, hey, this is a good dude based on my track record, based on word of mouth. Okay, so this is another evidence of Shelly Finkle doing his damn job as a manager. Okay, because if it wasn't for him putting stipulations in, and if it was like everyone thought it was, that the contract expired within months or so after not happening, then he wouldn't have been the manager that he claimed to be. Okay, so at the end of the day, I do appreciate Shelly Finkle actually coming in and doing a good job for his fighter. So that is worth mentioning. He will get his fighters. His fighter is set to fight Tyson Fury coming July 24th. You guys tell me what you think of, excuse me, what you think of Shelly Finkle's comments towards this situation. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch.